Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube tarot channel. This is going to be a quick energetic check-in for fire signs. That's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius for the full moon in Aquarius, which is today, August the 15th. I also filmed a general collective video, which is available if you want to watch it. It's a little bit longer. It's the 6-card self-care spread. This is going to be a 3-card spread, and I'll also take a look at an oracle card. This will just be a quick energetic check-in, again, for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I get the feeling that some fire signs may be feeling stuck or stagnant in a situation. Could be related to love. But it seems like you're waiting for like a new cycle of some sort to come in. So let's see what these full moon and Aquarius energies will be bringing y'all. Lots of swords energy. In fact, swords across the board. So fire signs, you guys are in your heads right now. That said, I do like seeing at the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Swords here coming up in reverse. Typically in the upright, when you see this card, it is talking about feelings of anxiety, worry, perhaps fear, sometimes not being able to sleep at night, that kind of thing. But it's coming up here in the reverse. So this is telling me that if you have been feeling this way, you are coming up out of this. So I do like to see that. Let's just see what may be going on. In sort of the past or foundational energy, you have the 5 of Swords. This can represent some kind of conflict. However, the 5 of Swords also usually talks about putting your swords down. You can see there's a character that's walking away there, right? Walking away from the conflict, putting their swords down. Perhaps, you know, you or someone else is not really engaging in, you know, something that was perhaps a little bit turbulent. I am seeing here, I'm getting kind of 2 messages. Let me move these cards down so that you guys can see them a little bit better. Because if you notice here with this 9 of Swords, and then in the middle we have 4 of Swords in reverse, in both cases, actually the figures kind of look like they're laying down, right? And again, with the 9 of Swords, when it's in the upright, it talks to feeling worry or anxiety, sometimes to the point of not being able to sleep. So this is very positive. This is good energy to have coming up in the reverse. It's a more positive reading of the card in the reverse than it is in the upright. With the 4 of Swords energy in the upright, you see here, it's almost as if sometimes it looks, I mean, this figure looks sleeping. Sometimes they look a little bit dead in some decks, but this one looks really more like sleeping. It's almost as if like they're taking a rest from some kind of heartbreak or betrayal, right? And they're really laying on top of their sword of truth, which has been quite prominent in the readings today. And I also posted a little something about, you know, the truth and the Ace of Swords, just some morning musings, I think is what I called it, to my Instagram today. So if you want to go take a look at that, I linked to all of my social media channels below. But sorry, coming back to 9 of Swords and the 4 of Swords in reverse. I don't know if I'm getting, I don't know, it's like, are y'all sleeping? Because I am sort of getting on this, off of this energy stacked on top of each other. It's like being up or maybe not being able to sleep, maybe sitting up ruminating about stuff, which again would be more of like that 9 of Swords in the upright, but it is coming up here in the reverse. Or maybe this is saying, you know, you spent some time, right, ruminating in anxiety over whatever this was, you know, that sort of hurt you, and now it's time to really come up out of that. Maybe it's time to like get up out of hermit mode. I see the Judgment card coming up here under that 9 of Swords, so perhaps again in reverse, so perhaps making a judgment about the situation and finally deciding that, you know, it's time to take a step forward with your sword of truth and whatever the situation is. Finally, finishing off the spread, this is another swords card that I like seeing come up in the reverse. It's the 7 of Swords in reverse. This card can talk about sort of illusions, delusions, could be even like sneaky or like tricky kind of energy, sometimes manipulative energy, could be, you know, someone else around us who is employing this kind of energy. If you notice, with this 5 of Swords card, which came up in the upright, that figure is holding 5 swords, as is this figure here in the 5 of Swords. So it's almost like someone felt like, you know, maybe you walked away from something and someone else felt like they had gotten away with something, but really they're not. It's kind of, sort of like the joke's on them, because you went inside, and in the same way as the 2 of Swords, you made a decision here based off of your intuition, and so it's ultimately going to be a decision that's better for you here. So again, lots of Sword energy. This is lots of mental, logic-based energy. I am picking up that my fire signs have been thinking a lot, you know, perhaps thinking about the past, thinking about the future. But, you know, if that were to be the case, I would say really focus your energy internally now in the present. Realize that whatever this is, you are working through this, you are getting over it, and whomever or whatever it was that may have caused conflict, caused you worry and anxiety, perhaps was manipulative, sneaky, or tricky, they're not going to get away with it, and they're not going to really, quite frankly, be a concern for you anymore. So I'm going to take a look at the numerology deck for fire signs. What are the messages for fire sign spirit for the full moon in Aquarius energy? What are the messages for fire signs? And I saw here synchronicity. I know for air signs, which, you know, some of y'all might have fire and air, especially with all this air energy coming out. So you might want to check out the air sign videos, because these energetic readings, you know, it's not just for your sun sign, it's for your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus. Yeah, we have number 91, surrender. So whatever the situation was, again, it is being taken care of. You're at the end of this. 9s are numbers of completions and cycles. Number 91 adding up to the 10, that's it. That's the penultimate. That's the final. After 10, we start back over. So I'm just going to read the affirmation here from the book. Hopefully it will help some of you guys. So it says, I receive the best possible outcome when I surrender to the divine. That is always the case. Let me tell you, I know from personal experience, I have learned the easy way and I have learned the hard way. Let me tell you. Okay, that's going to be the reading again for fire signs. If you liked this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.